Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today I am using the Cheerful Daisies stamp set. Just the stamps, no dies this time, because I want to do a project that just showcases what you can do with just the stamp set. So what I've got is, I was playing around with ideas and I liked them both so much I made them both. So I'm going to make both cards in this video, so it might be a little bit longer than normal, but it's super quick to do. I've got Melon Mambo paper, Melon Mambo ink, and then basic gray ink for the flowers here and for the middles here. So let's get going because it is going to take just a bit of time. You could do these absolutely as a one-sheet wonder. I've already cut my 5 1/4 by 4 pieces. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to stamp with the Melon Mambo first. And I'm just inking up and just putting it down. And this is the background stamp. I'm not doing any of the detail stamping over top. I'm just leaving it as the background stamp. I like how kind of arty and unstructured they look. So we're just going to stamp all of those, kind of fill in any gaps. I've got just a really small gap up here. I'm just going to add just a little bit there. Okay, so while I've got the Melon Mambo out, I'm going to stamp the greeting, which is also from the stamp set. So it's You Made My Day. I'm going to stamp it right at the top of my spare piece and then right at the bottom, making sure it's lined up. So we're done with the Melon Mambo now. So I'm going to come in now with my other piece of 5 1/4 by 4 and my basic gray. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but I'm doing it with the detail stamp. So again, just coming in, I'm trying to make it look a little bit random and filling in all the space like that. Again, a couple of little spots. I'm just going to add a leaf. There we go. And now I'm going to take my center and I'm going to just add my center to the flowers. And just like that. And I'm also going to add the flowers, or the centers, to the flowers on the other sheet as well. So just coming in like so. Okay. So super quick, super simple, but really cute. And again, you could do this with any color you wanted. If you wanted Highland Heather or Orchid Oasis or even Azure Afternoon flowers, absolutely go for it. There's no reason why you can't. It's super simple. And I really actually quite like the effect of the basic gray on white. It really does showcase well. I'm going to drop that down. And you can tell, you can see how here this looks a little bit more red than the background. As soon as that ink dries, it matches perfectly. And you'll find that with the inks, especially the really juicy inks, they come up just a little bit darker. The color just isn't quite true when it's wet, but just give it a minute and it will come true. So there we've got our base cards. And with this, I'm just going to use my paper trimmer and I'm just going to pop this in like this and just give it a trim like that. And the same with this piece. Just kind of line it up. And I've kind of lined it up so you can see you've have made my day in the groove there, in the paper slice. So I'm just putting it at an angle here and just trimming that edge off. And then I'm going to use that straight edge to make sure that my angle on the other side is the same. So I'm just going to line that up there and trim it off. See, I did this piece and then I thought it was a little bit plain. It didn't show up really well against the colorful background. So I just put it on a scrap of melon mambo and just cut it out. So let's pop that off to the side for now. And you could trim this closer if you wanted to. You can leave it further apart. Oh, that is absolutely perfect. Haha. Love it when a plan comes together, especially when I didn't plan it. Okay, so we're going to line this up. And I need to come over just a wiggle a little bit. There we go. And then I'll do the same thing just at the other side, like this. Okay, bring my paper trimmer back in and just line that up. There we go. And it is just a little thick there, so I'm going to just pop it back in again. Just wiggle it over. There we go. You can always take more off. It's hard to put it back on again. Okay, so I know I just need to come just that little bit closer. There we go. And I'm just going to use my scissors to trim off the ends here. It's just a shortcut, so it shouldn't wander too much. There we go. And again, just trim that off. The edges are a little square on that side, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm just going to dimensionalize these and pop them on the card. So again, using up the leftover pieces on my dimensionals sheet. I know every time I do a video, it seems like I'm using up the edge of the sheet, but I use a lot of dimensionals. So, and again, whatever ink color you would like to use, you can add bling to this, you can add ribbon to this, but I really just wanted to showcase what you can do with just the stamp set, some ink, and some paper. So, sometimes it's a luxury to have all the bling and all the ribbon and everything, and the budget just doesn't stretch that far, and I totally understand. That's why I like to do things that just involve one stamp set or a couple of different things, and then just run from there. So there we have our 2 cards. You made my day using the Cheerful Daisies set, and 2 different ways to present it. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know which one you prefer or what colorway you would do it in, and let's create together again soon.